So this video right here is an excerpt from a live stream that I did just a couple hours before this video got uploaded for my 800,000 subscriber special. And I mean, there's a lot of talking in the video. I just like uploading these because I feel like they hold some sort of sentimental value to me, and I think you guys will enjoy watching them. The 700K was really good, and this one was a little bit more talking, but it's just enjoyable, man. Yeah, it's a video. I really liked it, and hopefully you guys enjoy this little clip. But yeah, thank you so much for 800K. I say it quite a bit in this this video here, so I don't need to say it much right now. Love you. Catch you later. All right, so really fast here, while we keep things going, guys, I want to let you know a couple things about how this typically goes. Now, I haven't been one of these in a while. It's been 5 months. But for those of you that have never, ever been to one of these milestone streams for me, here's how it typically goes, okay? Here's how it typically goes. It's pretty steady incline from the start of the stream. Once the stream starts, obviously the sub count skyrockets a lot faster because then you have a lot more people that are exposed to your YouTube channel. You get exposed and the sub count skyrockets up. But when you get to around this point, especially when it gets to around the 80 and definitely usually around the 80 mark, unsubs will happen at a mass. They will happen at a mass. Mainly because trolls kick in very, very heavily. And yeah, so once we get into like about 799, 980 is when it'll go up and down, probably about the same velocity. And then once you see about the 90 hit, that's when it'll just like typically spark right to 800K. And we'll wind up hitting 800K maybe about like 3 or 4. Purple, I ask you, please not, please, please, Purple. I love you, but do not get in my face. It'll probably happen about like 3 or 4 times, I'd say. You know, you go to 800,000, dip below. I get upset. Everybody laughs in chat. It's a good old time. Go back up, happy again, goes back down. I'm sad. Everybody's happy. It's going to be one of those situations. So just to let you know, a little slight spoiler alert of what usually happens. I'll wind up hitting 800K about 3 or 4 times this stream alone. At least I hope so. At least I hope so. Guys, we are 13 away. Oh my lord. We are 13 subscribers away. 12 subscribers away. 11 subs away. Oh my god. 10 subscribers away. Oh my god. I wish this would have happened. If anything, I can't control it, but I wish it would have happened maybe a couple hours later in the day, so I would have had time to freshen up, because my face, I look like a damn baby. I look like a peach right now. It's not actually popping up for some reason, but I can say it out here. Spotty Dot just subscribed. Thank you, Spotty, for the sub hype ×2. I appreciate it. We are 5 away. We're 5 subscribers away. We are 2 subscribers away. I can't count. Now we're 8. Now we're 8 away. See? You remember what I said. We are 11 subscribers away. We are 15 subscribers away. I'm going to pull up a chat for this one. We have to see the live reaction. This is the beautiful part about this. I can't remember if for my 700K video if I had the chat. 4 away. We're 4 away. I'm gonna, there it is! Oh, it just all happened at once. And it goes back down. Oh, my mic just peaked so bad. Oh, it was there for a moment. Give it back to me. Give it back to me. I want it back now. I want it back right now. There it is again. 804,000, 806,000, 5,000. Wait. Oh, there it is. It'll keep going. You know what? It's gonna keep happening no matter what. It's just gonna, you know. I've been down this road before. I've done this a road before, time and time again. I've had this happen. Stop being damn trolls, alright? It's a Sunday morning. Just freaking pay respects, would you? Okay? Can I get some paid respects? Can we get some Fs in chat for this? Nah, just kidding. Don't put Fs. Put GGs. GGs and Fs. You know what? Everything, honestly. Guys, we hit 800,000. There it is again. There it is again. Don't unsub anymore. We've already done it. You can resub. The moment has come. The moment in time has come. 800,000, 803. I'm going to wait until it goes a little bit above to start yipper chatting and talking a bunch. Oh my god. I look like I just woke up, and I definitely did. This was definitely something to wake up to. I'll calm down now. I'm done. I got a bowl of cereal right here that I unfortunately cannot eat, but you know what? We'll save it for a little bit later. Guys, there it is. It's gonna fluctuate up and down for the most part, but That is 800,000. That is 800,000 subscribers. I'm glad I was able to get the live count working, because something with yeah, Twitch, not Twitch. OBS can be very weird about that, but I'm glad that it actually did work out. But there's a surge right there, the extra 20 on top of it. There's the extra 20, 25, 24. You know, I always thought, like, what would happen to a sub count if what's it called? What would happen to a sub count if all that you did was if you just subscribe, or if you just like kept your sub count going on like a constant Twitch stream, if it would wind up fluctuating up and down all crazy and stuff. Guys, GG's for that one. I'm sorry that I can't. I'm trying to be so structured right now. I seriously am, but I just woke up. I'm trying to rack my brain to stay awake, but thank you. I think we'll get into the sappy comments, the sappy everything in a moment here. In just a moment, but yeah. 800,000. 300,000. When did I hit 300? You know what? Hold on a minute. So when I hit 700,000, the last milestone that I had, it was a while ago. 700,000 subscribers. That was April 17th. Today is September 11th. 9/11, pay respects, of course. A little bit of a serious note there. It's definitely a serious day to be hitting this on. Of course, they pay no relevance, and I'm not going to tie in like they do. Don't want to end up like a mattress store closing out because they're a dumbass. If anybody ever heard about that story, it's a funny one. It wasn't funny at all, actually. It was terrible marketing, horrible management. But no, pay respects, of course. Pay respects, of course, on this day. Mean that seriously. Apart from that, though, it was about 5 months ago, actually, that CubeCraft has tweeted me. Thank you. Of course, thank you, CubeCraft. It was about 5 months ago that we hit 700,000. And I think within that time, this has probably been, I think ever since HTM started, probably maybe the longest time in between a 100,000 subscriber mark. And the very valuable, not the very valuable, the very valid reason for this is because within like this time period, within like this 100,000 subscribers, I think has been the biggest change to YouTube and just how things are done in typical. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys have known that within, you know, within the past few months, a lot of people have branched off into their own style of content. I'm mostly talking about not necessarily YouTube as a whole. I'm not gonna get that's not my ballpark. Well, it is my ballpark, but I'm not talking about that. I'm mostly talking about the people that are within my recording group. Most of us have all branched off. I'm flying on an launcher, my bad. Let me just land there. Most of us have all branched off into our own type of videos. You know, some people are doing their own things. Some people are doing their own things. You know, a lot of us are doing our own things. And I think that reflected quite a bit in my subscriber count because I stopped collaborating with a lot of people for a very long time. Not too long, but it definitely was a lot more. Within these 5 months from 700 to 800K has been the most, I think, just pure solo content that I've ever really done for the most part. And I think that pays into a big part of why the subscriber count took so long to reach. I was getting, for a while, I was hitting, I think, like maybe a couple hundred subs a day, 100 subs a day. Like, it was really, you know, not, I don't want to say inactive, because I never hit a point where I was losing subscribers. And bless you all. Thank you so much for that. I know that I've been very flaky. I know that I've been very, I've lacked some promises in the past while. But I'm very glad that you guys have not, you know, you stuck with me for now. Hopefully you have. That's really all I can say. But I hope that you stuck with me. But no, point from that, though, is that this point between, I always like, I got a zombie, hold on. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna log off server for a moment here. I'll join back in a minute. But from this time period, from 700 to 800K, I think it's been one of the coolest times on YouTube that we've all really done within my group. Yes, it's been inactive, and yes, you know, a lot of people are doing their own stuff. You know, not a lot of people are playing Minecraft as frequently as they were before. You know, it's not the same group. It's not the same or whatever. I've been through this conversation before. I still think it's great, okay? Because within this time period, you know, I started, it wasn't necessarily within this time period because it was a little bit beforehand, but, you know, between this time for me I'll talk about me here rather than, you know, as a group thing. I'll just talk about me for a second. Within this time, everybody's, you know what? Everybody's asking dab. I got to get the cringe out of the way now. Just give a little dab right there. Just give a little dab. We done now? All right, I'm going to get back to the emotional talk. Within this time period, I started my own app. For those that may not know, it's called YouRandom. I've plugged it quite a bit in the outro of every one of my videos. I've put it in the intro of some of my videos and the links in some of my videos, so the descriptions. This ain't a plug. You should go download it though. But this isn't a plug for it though. Starting my own app was a decision that I had. I had the idea for YouRandom summer of last year. So that time, that was about a year ago. And I decided to kick it off and actually do it about half a year ago. You know, we just started it out now. Obviously, you can download it, so I think it's going pretty well. But that was a big leap forward for me. And I'm a teenager, you know what I mean? But I'm also what I like to consider, and what I should technically be known as a, you know, a young entrepreneur. And I'm not trying to overhype myself or inflate my ego, but I want to do things in my life that are always new. You know, I want to always do things that are, you know, new and fresh to me. I don't want to sit stagnant at one point. You know what I mean? I always want to be like trying out new stuff in life. You know, like I've really had an itch lately to be doing different things, you know, doing different stuff. And with that came starting my own app. And I knew when I did this, I'm like, you know what? If I start this, this is going to eat into my time on YouTube like mad. It's just gonna eat into my time. And it definitely did for a while. I was only uploading a video a day for a while, but I think of all things, I have to say two things. Number one, I am so glad. I am so insanely glad that even starting a side project that takes up more time in YouTube every single day, at least not lately, not like in the past few days, I've had more time on YouTube. But to start a project that takes so much more time on YouTube, or than YouTube, and still be able to upload every single day, at least one video a day, ever since I started, I've been consistent 2 years in a row. Those that may not know, I started my channel was inconsistent as hell for the longest time, for years. And then HTM started. I got added into How to Minecraft Season 1. It was around October 11th, October 14th, sometime around mid-October of 2014. It's been about I was gonna say 2000, I don't know why. It's been about 2 years later, and I have not missed a single upload. And that to me that's awesome. You know what I mean? That's so cool. And I'm glad that no matter what I've been doing in my life, you know, especially with later that I've been doing my own stuff, I'm glad that I've never missed an upload. I had one situation where I uploaded a video at 11:57 p.m., nearly midnight. I was almost gonna miss my upload by like 3 minutes, and I didn't. That was for an unrelated thing completely. I had no control over that, but I'm very glad that I still didn't miss it, at least, and I didn't have to put some sort of excuse. I don't know. It's been a very crazy road. 700 to 800K. It's been 5 months. Definitely a pretty lengthy amount of time compared to what it has been before. But still, Signs also, thank you for the subscription. But still, no, it should not be taken for granted whatsoever. 800,000 is a number that, you know, while it may not be as large as it was before, I've done talks about, you know, how 100K is not treated like it was 2 years ago, and it definitely isn't. You know, a lot more people are on YouTube as a platform, and hitting 100K like 2 years ago is a much bigger deal than if you hit 100K now. At least in terms of like, wow, it's never been done before. If you hit 100,000, that's still amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sitting over here degrading the fact that, you know, like, oh, my sub count, it should be at 8 million by now. What, are you kidding me? Hell no. Hell no. 800,000 is I couldn't even picture 100,000 people if I tried. 200,000, I had an even harder time figuring out just like, what does that look like? Then 500K hit, and it was so incredibly emotional for me. And then 600, 700K, that was a funny video, wasn't it? Losing 700K. Oh God. And now we're here at 800K. And you know what? I'm so glad to be able to still be doing YouTube, you know? All hype aside, you know, all stuff aside, I've been doing YouTube for 4 years, and I know a lot of people have been doing YouTube for longer. Some people have been doing YouTube for shorter and have more subs. I really don't care. I don't care. But I've been doing YouTube for 4 years, and I'm just glad that there's not been any point in my life where I've had to say I'm having to stop YouTube. You know, I did stop YouTube a couple times when I was a much smaller channel. I'm just glad I'm still doing it, you know? And I think I'm gonna say it again like I do every time. I would love to hit 1 million, you know? I would love more than anything to hit 1 million subscribers. Even though it's just a number and ultimately it really doesn't matter. I want that freaking plaque, man. I want that plaque. I want to be able to take that around. I got a 100K plaque over there. It's nice. I like it, but it's silver and small. I want 100. I want 1 million. I want 100 million. I want PewDiePie. I want to be the next PewDiePizza. I don't. Point of it being though is that I would love to hit 1 million subscribers, and it's just so cool, you know, still be on the track of that. And hey, you know what? I don't know whether or not, you know, what the man upstairs has got in store for me. I don't know if I'm ever going to hit 1 million. You know, we are 4/5 of the way there. It's been 4 years. At that pattern, you know, I'll probably hit it at after 5 years. So in a year, you know, we'll come back and talk about this. But I guess that actually kind of makes sense. 5 months of a time span, then 10 months, and yeah, about a year. Get you back in around a year, maybe, hopefully. No, but just, it's just so cool. It really is, and I've been happy about the content, the content that I've been making lately. It's been fun. Pixelmon has been amazing. That's been absolutely great. Just the social presence around that has been fantastic on the server. It's definitely helped with the sub boost a lot. I noticed that right after Pixelmon started, which was my and Vic's idea. So I'm very glad that that happened, that we came up with that idea together. For my own sake, I would not be here to right in this moment if I didn't, but that definitely spiked my subs quite a bit as soon as that series started, so I'm glad about that. Pixelmon's been awesome. BYD was a very great time. Absolutely love that. Would love to do some more episodes on it, but I do want to rehash again that, you know, BYD is meant to be a very, you know, just kind of, here's an episode, that's just sort of it. I might do more. You know, the series isn't done necessarily, but, you know, if you're asking where's BYD, then, you know, we'll talk about that. If you're asking where MadPack is, you know, that's part of the thing that I was talking about before. I'm growing as a person, you know what I mean? I'm only 19, and I've for the longest time, I don't mean to downplay it, it's an excuse, and I can't really get around that, but I've struggled with procrastination and laziness all my life, and YouTube and starting my own app and stuff has taken up so much time in my day and made me such a productive person that I've really, you know, it's a different ballpark for me, and I'm still learning how to grow as a human, and I've been pretty scummy on YouTube, you know, I've been pretty scummy, and you know, MadPack kind of fell off, and I didn't, it's not like it fell off for no reason. I wasn't enjoying it as much, and I had other things that I preferred streaming as well. It's the same thing that happened with Crazy Craft, you know what I mean? Crazy Craft, although I think I'll say it here, I don't know what Crazy Craft's done, you know what I mean? MadPack, I don't know if I'll ever revisit it, you know what I mean? Because those things, it's just been so long. Crazier Craft had an instance, though, where the server actually straight up broke, and I tried fixing it for weeks, and that didn't work, and I just kind of gave up on it. I mentioned it here or there, but I don't think that I've ever really necessarily talked about it fully to a video. So, where's Crazier Craft? It died. And that's partially my fault, partially the servers, partially because I don't know how to put together a freaking mod pack, and I tried to update and it didn't work out. MadPack kind of fell off. Wasn't really enjoying the series all that much. Where's BYD? Still here, but, you know, like I said, it was never meant to be a series from day one, but I'm glad that you guys loved it. Like, BYD was a great series, and I'm glad that you guys loved it as much as you did, because that server meant so much to me. It's the reason that I got here. Also, Arc Season 2 as well. Nobody's really, I think a couple of people are doing Arc Season 2, but I would love to do an Arc Season 2. I think we're going to do it after Pixelmon, I believe, because most of the people that are in Pixelmon were also in Arc, and I don't think any of us can really handle two, like, very heavy series, because Pixelmon does take a little bit of time out of a day, and Arc's very grindy, so expect Arc Season 2, if it ever happens, after Pixelmon, whenever that'll be, I'm not really sure. Pixelmon could go on for a while. Apart from that, though, okay? Stone's out of the water. Things have been touched on. Guys, thank you so much for 800,000 subscribers. It means the world to me. I mean, that's just, it's such a daunting number. It's such a daunting number. I remember I won't get too sentimental, but I have to bring it up every time that I talk about this, though. And I got to be quick because Packers game's on. No. I remember I have a really good friend. His name's Gavin. He's my best friend. I've known him for ever since 7th grade, so about, what's that been now? 6 years? 6 years. This dude's been through me in thick and thin. We haven't talked that much lately because, you know, I'm over here doing my own stuff. He's in college and stuff like that. But I remember I knew him around the time before I got into YouTube, and I was a fan of ASF back at the time. Jerome, Mitch, Zach, and Nooch, Matt. And I would always fanboy to him, you know what I mean? And he was there for me since I started YouTube. And I just told him, I remember freaking out, like, you know, when I started YouTube, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna freak the hell out when I hit 1,000 subs. You know, and I'm gonna run around all school. I remember I was such an annoying child. Fudged me with a stick. Excuse the spit. I don't know if you saw. I just woke up. But I remember just freaking out to him, like, dude, several times over again, I'm gonna hit 1,000. I'm gonna hit 1,000. Are you kidding me? 4 years later, 800K. What? Just what? I don't know. I really don't know how to put it into words. A lot of it was good timing, great, fantastic timing. A lot of it was a lot of hard work and dedication. I can really always say since for 2 years it's been dedication. And then also some luck, you know what I mean? But I think a lot of people have said that luck will find its way through work. You know, you will always find luck if you're living right. And I think that I have been, you know. So I'm going to end up a spiel here because you guys have heard it before, but I did want to take this time to really just say that apart from all things, you know, my life's moving a little bit further, you know. I've had a girlfriend for 3 years, but we are moving in together come around November, and that's a very big chapter in my life as an individual. Those who may not know, I'm only 19. I live with my parents right now, but that's another step that's been happening lately. I found my own place, so we're moving in 2 months. That's going to be great. So that's definitely taken a big toll of effort on my day. I've been making my own app. It's my own project. I did it. Obviously, I have a developer, but I have my own app now that was not just made for me by someone else, and I just sat around doing nothing. I've been putting my blood, sweat, and tears into that. It's not perfect, but we're working on it, and that's been taking up a lot of my time. And despite all of that, I've still been able to do YouTube, uploading a video or two every single day. And I haven't missed an upload for 2 years, and it just makes me so happy. It makes me so happy that I'm still able to do this. And like I said before, you know, I've been pretty scummy on YouTube, and I want to try and hold back on promises that I make, and, you know, stop promising this, stop promising that. But I want you guys to just know that I acknowledge every promise that I don't keep, and I am growing as a human. I am not a 25-year-old adult that has his life settled out right now, or at least already has a grasp on adulthood. I'm very new to it, but I'm trying to work on things. That's really all I can say. I got a lot of room to improve, and I got a lot of growing room, and that's the beauty about YouTube, right? You watch your favorite YouTuber grow. Have you ever noticed that? You know, the YouTuber you've been watching for 2 years, they were so much younger back then. They've learned so much in that time, and I'm not a TV show, you know, where, oh, it's like, you know, SpongeBob 10 years later. Oh, you know, you just got different writers. No, I'm a YouTuber. You're watching me grow. I was a lot more immature and a lot more, did not have a grasp on anything 2 years ago, and, you know, hey, I'm working on it. I ain't there yet, but I am soon. So I'll end it off with this. Thank you so much for 848,000. You can stop unsubbing now. We already hit it. Thank you. Just want to see the thing go up and down. It's a cool website, right? Love you guys. Thank you all for watching this. If you're on the stream, we'll be streaming a little bit more. If you're on the video, then we're going to dip it off right here. Thanks for listening. Here's to 900K. Here's to 1 million. But most importantly, here's to 800,000. That's a frick ton of, that's a lot of people. Catch you guys around. See ya!